Hey, and at the top left, spawning as Zerg after all, it is going to be Liquid Drone.
Then in the top right, as the purple Protoss, we do have Mazur.
Oh man, poor Mazur. He doesn't know what to do. Alright.
Is where Drone plays up to the true gentleman and actually tells him his race, giving up all the random advantage for no reason.
Dude, what really gets me is that Drone has been playing on different IDs throughout the day. At first he was Liquid Drone, then he went to TOT Ariador, now he's back to Liquid Drone.
He just likes having lots of IDs, I think. Everyone knows who, like, it's not even like he's smurfing, because everyone knows it's him.
Yeah. Dude,
At that point, like, there's no point doing it, but I think maybe he just likes the variety. When he says GG, or like when he sees other people GG, he likes seeing a different name every time.
It's like how people want to pick different colors when they play StarCraft. They don't just want to be green every time. Or teal.
Yeah. Or people like me who like picking all the crazy maps and don't like playing Fighting Spirit all day.
Oh man, dude, what if Drone actually has like split personalities or something, and it's actually two different people in the same body playing this game? So even though technically he's the same person, this is like, you know, his alter ego that's actually playing StarCraft. Dude, could you imagine if you had a split personality with like 3 different egos, one for each race, how insanely strong you would be in StarCraft? Because each of your 3 personalities could be really good at their main race, and so you could always pick any race, any matchup. Oh my god.
That'd be crazy. Like, did he play random under the other IDs as well? Or did he actually pick a race? Because maybe he has a different ID depending on what race he picks.
He picked a race with the Ariador ID. He's definitely randomed in previous tournaments, I think.
I know he played random in the last Clash for Char he was in as well, which is cool. And the cool thing is this week as well, like, if you look at the brackets, the man who banned me from his game, True Touch, did sign up as well. So I didn't ban him out of spite. He's playing. I'm not sure how he's doing in the bracket, but we do have a cool PvZ here again. Looks like we do see a gateway first into straight cybernetics core from Mazur, not opting to go for that early Nexus, which is actually quite dangerous on this map, given the fact he can get himself locked in his base.
Well, he couldn't, because he didn't know Drone was Zerg. It was random.
Ah, of course, yeah.
He had to go one base.
He only just found out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh man, if Jordan could have like 5-4'd there, found him straight away with like complete luck and locked him in his base, I don't know how I would react to that.
Oh man, I think Mazur would be a little bit tilted. By the way, somebody asked in chat, can you put a pylon between the simulators and block drones?
No.
I feel like
If you look, that's actually unbuildable terrain. All of that weird deserty stuff. It's very similar to the unbuildable terrain on Medusa as well. The reason why I found that out, I was actually practicing TVZ with someone yesterday, and I tried to build a wall up against the assimilators, and it didn't work. So yeah.
Oh man, I was watching those games. Guys, you need to follow Kix's stream, because his practice games on Troy yesterday were hilarious.
I think we eventually finished about 3 AM or something, and at that point I was laughing at my own jokes because I didn't even know what I was saying at that point, I don't think. Oh, no! Wait, Mazur's locking himself in!
What? Wait, why?
Is that a misclick?
Oh my god, I don't think he realizes what this does he? Or maybe...
Oh my god. Oh, I want to watch what happens when both of these assimilators go down. Oh, wait, is he going like Reaver? There is a lot of links coming towards his base though, so maybe this is the best possible outcome. Oh, but wait.
You can block that with a Zella and a Dragoon.
Huh. This is kind of strange. Wait, maybe he's letting the probe back in and he'll block himself off.
People in the chat are like yelling that he's making scouts. I haven't seen a scout yet, but I'll take your guys' word for it.
No, we see a Corsair. Corsair just popped. He is going for a Citadel though on one base. He is going one base tech right now. But, I mean, if you think about it, all Drone has to do is focus down this assimilator And the Dragoon won't be able to kill it, like, very quickly, but he has lost all of his lings now, so he's not going to be able to do it. Can the Dragoon even fit through there now, though?
No,
I
it
think
can't.
only small units can.
Yeah, only small units. So I mean, I guess technically he can still make Zealots and Templars and they go through, right? But he can't make Dragoons anymore.
Yeah, but then again, you don't really need Dragoons early on in TVZ or PvZ anyway, so maybe he's just thinking about the late game. He knows his Dragoons aren't getting through that gap even with both the assimilators there anyway due to the path thing. So he's just like, screw it, I'm just gonna make it easier for myself.
This is very curious. Is he so he's getting the archives and he's getting a forge. He's got the probe out here. Does he realize this goon can't get out now? Okay, now is the question. Now is the test. Did Mazur do this on purpose? Now he's gonna see that the Dragoon can't get out. Is he gonna say anything? He's not saying anything, which makes me think maybe it was actually on purpose. To be fair, maybe we're just idiots, and that was like some kind of genius move, you know, to save himself from the Zerglings.
Can Hydras fit through that gap when it's small units?
I think they can. Because the Hydras
Okay,
can fit. Hydras can fit through the gap on Bluestorm, right?
Yeah, so they must be able to fit there as well. Maybe he is just... Maybe this is a contingency plan. Maybe he thinks, if I lose my natural, I can just block myself in and play it like an island map. Like if he gets Hydra busted. He just blocks himself in and then just goes like Reaver or something. I mean, as you saw yesterday, and something I'll just show on my stream as well, there is actually 4 bases on the right, left, middle, and bottom, or top and bottom, and they also have the same setup, so you can create yourself island bases, and there's absolutely nothing really the Zerg can do if he keeps his Corsair count high enough. He won't be able to be dropped there, and he won't actually be able to be killed either. So
yeah, but Zerg can just take the entire map, and there's nothing you can really do. Like,
yeah. That is the problem. But if you think about it, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 island bases on this map. All of them have gas as well. So technically, if you took all the island, including the one outside of his main, I don't think you'd be able to realistically get that, but you'd have more bases in the long run. You'd only be able to get 6 bases.
The Zerg is going to take all the ones accessible by ground if you lock yourself in early, right? So I don't think that would ever...
Yeah, I don't think it'd ever actually happen, but it'd be cool to see.
Yeah. Anyway, looks like we got some Sayle DT action coming in here for Mazur. I think Overlord speed is already done, so it seems unlikely it's going to do too much for him. I mean, Drone is still only on his 2 bases, though, and the Natural Nexus is started for Mazur, so he's not in a terrible position, given that he, you know, started with a 1-base build that he might not necessarily want to play.
He needs to be really careful though. One of his Corsairs is actually really low on shields. He's only killed 1 Overlord so far. Drone has done a really good job of actually keeping his Hydralists in a decent position to save them. Overlord speed certainly helped earlier as well. And he's going to be able to now move across the map and apply a little bit of pressure. DTs aren't really going to be able to do anything here either, but that Overlord is so close to death with that main Hydralist course, so it looks like the Corsairs tried to go in there and pick those up.
Yeah, there's 3 more slightly healthier ones in the back. They're kind of splitting off into the 2 different Hydra groups, with the 3 courses trying to pick them off. A lot of cannons and more DTs at the front. No High Templar action here, just pure DTs coming out from Mazur.
He nearly did something really clever. I'm not sure if he was doing it to go and drop, but he actually moved his Hydralists in the way to intercept the Corsair, but they've just moved out of the way at the last second. But I think he may just be going for drops. By the looks of it, the way he's positioning them here, I can't really see why you'd leave your Hydralisk here unless it was to try and catch a Corsair.
I think you're right about that. I think it was just to catch Corsair. The problem is, though, there's a DT that's snuck around the left side, is walking into the natural, no Overlord in the natural, no Overlord in the main. Mazur could potentially kill a lot of drones here if Drone is not paying attention. The DT is moving into the natural right now. How many drones is it going to kill before Drone realizes it? 1, 2, 3. He's bugging himself out. Oh my god, this could be so bad. And now he's walking straight into the main base, and Drone still does not realize what's going on. Look at this, Mazur distracting a little bit with the Corsairs just to make sure that Drone is not paying attention. But the drop is going in, as you said. The drop is going in the right side. The DTs has been spotted as well by Drone.
Yeah, Drone's pulled all his drones away from the main base. The one interesting thing, though, is Drone has very little actual drones mining anyway. So these Hydras, if they can do enough damage, he could actually block Mazur in his natural with these drops if he targets properly. And there's another drop coming in on the north side of the map as well. The Corsairs haven't been able to catch it. They're going to go after these Overlords here. All of the first drop has been cleaned up, but there is another 3 set of Hydralisks coming in.
Oh man, Mazur had 3 cannons in his main, like super prepared for this. I don't know how he knew what was happening, but he was ready for the drop. Looks like he's going to have to pull some probes to help defend this. There's a DT there in the back as well. I don't think there's any way Drone can actually deal with this. And GG from Drone. Wow.
That was a crazy turnaround in that game. I genuinely thought Mazur was going to end the game for himself by blocking himself in at the very beginning.
I know. He's a genius. Mazur's a genius. I can't believe it. Alright, at the right side as the TL Zerg, we do have Liquid Drone. I think he picked Zerg here, he didn't random.
I believe so, but I wasn't paying too much attention. I was too busy getting my own rules wrong. And then in the bottom middle, we do have the green Protoss, Mazur.
Alrighty, PBZ on Medusa. Not my favorite map. You know, the choke is wide-ish, and it's kind of like at a diagonal, which makes walling kind of weird sometimes. And you got to worry about lurkers hitting you in the backside, getting lurker contained. I hate lurkers, man. I hate lurkers.
The one thing you don't need to worry about, though, is you can't get proxy hatched. But you will.
Well, I mean, you can get proxy hatch contained. You just can't get sunken rushed at your front, I guess. Because Great totally proxy hatched Bisu on this map, and Sunken Lurker Spore contained him in his natural, which was hilarious.
Yeah, that is a good point, and it does remind me of the game from the 2012 TVing OSL where Shine did a similar proxy hatch on Electric Circuit, which is kind of like the love child of Medusa. So you can do some interesting shenanigans on this map, for sure. And you can, of course, in case people don't realize, you'll see that at the temples in each of the bases there are 2 minerals, and that is because you can glitch units through these temples, including workers as well. So, I mean, it's very hard to pull off. Like, the micro is quite difficult to do. But if you spend at least 5-10 minutes practicing it, you will probably be able to do it. It is kind of inconsistent though, but it does allow you to do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's slightly random, but yeah, as you mentioned, there's kind of like a little knack to it. As long as you get that, you can sort it out. Interestingly, Drone going for the 12 hatch again. He did that last game, but that's kind of safe because, you know, Mazur didn't know what race he was. But going for the 12 hatch in ZvP nowadays is not as nearly as common as Overpool because, you know, you don't want to get cannon rushed. You're scared of like the gateway first builds, which we do see Mazur doing here. And in fact, the probe delayed the spawning pool by quite a bit there, if you saw. Drone wanted to put the pool by his geyser, but had to put it on the bottom instead. So this initial Zealot attack could be quite scary to deal with for Drone. He's going to only have drones for a long time.
Yeah, in a weird way though, the new spawning pool position may actually help him a little bit later on, because it does create a little bit of a better funnel for the Zealots to get stuck in. So it all depends on whether or not he can actually survive to the point of using that. The first Zealot is on the way across the map. Is the probe still alive? Yes, the probe is still alive. In case you are newer to the game as well, there is another really cool trick where if a probe hits a drone, then I believe it only takes 2 hits from the Zealot to kill it.
Yep, that's right.
So you can do some really cool combo micro there, which is nice.
Actually, I think the probe might need to hit it twice as well, possibly. So it's 32 damage from Side Blades, plus 5 from the probe is 37, and so I'm pretty sure the probe actually has to shoot twice as well. But yes, it allows you to 2-shot drones instead of 3-shot.
Yeah, which is kind of important. Mazur building a second pylon at the wall position as well. I guess he'll... Okay, so he's doing the forge at the bottom, which I guess makes sense, but I'm somewhat worried about the very top of his wall. I don't think that's link tight, so we'll need a few extra zealots there. Interestingly, he has moved in with his zealot, but there are so many lings out at the moment. Mazur may have actually overreacted here, I think. Not Mazur, sorry. Drone has overreacted a little bit with all the lings. I mean, he will clear up the zealots, but the other zealots are just going to pull back home, and he's not really going to be able to do too much damage with these afterwards.
the problem for Protoss is when the Zerg does counterattack with the Zerglings, very often their cannons are a little bit late, so the Zerglings can attack on the outside. But we can see here the cannon is already well on the way for Mazur, so that's not going to be the case in this game. So yeah, I think you're right. These Zerglings are really not going to help Drone that much. You're still not able to kill this one Zealot. Nice back and forth control here by Mazur. Really glad to see he's in pretty good shape here. I mean, Drone was putting on a pretty good display earlier today on the ESL Weekly, and yet Mazur is showing some pretty solid PvZ skills. I mean, he definitely had some very solid PvZ back in the day when I was casting him. It's a very entertaining PvZ as well, so very, very cool stuff. Oh, Overlord!
Oh, the Overlord just escapes with its life. That Zealot finally goes down. Mazur was doing a really good job just distracting every single one of the Lings. I think Drone wasn't actually microing that very well. It seemed he just had them all selected to attack the Zealot there rather than trying to manually micro them, so I'm not entirely sure why he chose to do that. But I get the feeling he could have killed the Zealot a lot earlier. I mean, the good thing is he didn't take any damage, didn't actually lose any links to that either. And now he does have an insane amount of map control. But we do see that cool Zealot in the top of the map just checking for a hidden third hatch as well, so...
Yeah, and nice, very safe wall here by Mazur. He's now got 4 Zealots. He's going to be completely fine. His +1 is already started. Could be going for some kind of Corsair speed lot shenanigans. Drone, by the way, went for a 4th hatchery before his lair. Could be going like 5 hatch Hydra, no lair, or before lair. Which seems to be a popular strategy today, although that might be because he keeps doing it and I keep casting his games.
It is very possible as well that Hydra Buster do really well here. It's kind of hard, especially with the wall that Drone has made, to build a decent amount of cannons. I don't think there's that much space near the front. So the Hydras can actually do quite a decent amount of damage, even killing the Forge. I don't think he'll be able to get +1 in time though. If he does in fact go for that, that's going to finish long before he gets over there. The Hydralisk Den only now just popping, and there we do see the lair popping up there as well.
Yeah, the Zealot gets a complete scout though for Mazur. Really, really nice. Just, I mean, you know, the Zealot, even if it doesn't kill anything anymore, just getting this scout off is absolutely fantastic. He knows exactly what the Zerg is doing. He knows the lair is late. He's actually skipped Stargate here. He's not afraid of mutas at all. Going straight for the Citadel, going straight for 2 extra gateways. I'm not a huge fan of this Citadel position. It's kind of easy for Overlord to come in and see it. Actually, there's an Overlord chilling behind his main here. So yeah, no real attempts to hide this. That's actually the one that
nearly died to the cannon as well. So that's actually back up to 70 health again. And it's going to get a really good scout off knowing that, or he'll see that the Stargate is in fact incredibly delayed. And this may prompt him once, I think the Zealot's been cleaned up now, and this may even prompt him to go into Spire for going the Hydralisk that he was maybe planning.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to know what's going on. The main thing is, how well does he defend against the speed lot attack coming in? Because Mazur's, this build is basically a super aggressive +1 speed lot attack, you know, no Corsairs. Now, the good thing for Drone is instead of taking a separate third base, he took the one in his own main, which means he only has a single point to defend this natural expansion. Obviously, Zealots are not going to break down the back temples. He can only attack from the front, so Drone just needs a single SimCity to defend the Zealots, and that, I think, makes this strategy from Mazur quite weak, to be honest. I'm a little bit surprised that he's gone for this in this situation.
Yeah, kind of interesting. One thing that Drone's also doing is he's got his third hatchery out the front as well, so he's going to be able to SimCity pretty well. There's going to be a few funnels that he can funnel the Zealots in. It looks like the Zealots are going to finally move across the map, adding an extra cannon behind just to stop any possible lane counterattacks. But one thing I would like to point out, look at Drone's map vision. Yeah. Look how much vision he has over absolutely everything right now. He's got Lings pretty much stationed at every single base he can get to, and he does in fact see the Zealots moving out as soon as they leave, so he should be fine against this. Actually opting to add a Sunken as well to help against the defense. He's going to need to be careful that they don't run straight into his main though.
Wait, I totally lost control of my mouse here. Stop! Alright, wait, I'm back. Sorry guys, I'm trying to click everywhere. It looks like the Zealots are running in. They thought they were going to go for a run by, but they're actually engaging the Hydras a little bit.
And now they're running away. Oh, now they're running in even. There's only 2 Hydras in the main. There's no actual other defense, but are we going to see this trope being used? It doesn't look like he managed to block with the drones. Going to pull the drone, try and bug out the Zealots a little bit. But here we go. Here's that funnel coming in from the start of the game. And there's actually using the Hydralisk in there as a really nice bit of SimCity as well. These Zealots aren't really going to be able to do anything. They've killed a bunch of Hydralisks, but not really anything else. And now he leaves himself very vulnerable to a counterattack. But of course, as he did skip the Stargate, the Templar tech is already up, and he should have Storm very shortly.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice by Mazur to just go for that. It looked like it might do something because he had a ton of Zealots, but at the end of the day, Drone doing some pretty good control there, microing it down. Now the thing is, Mazur getting this free expansion behind his base means the pressure's kind of on Drone to either do some kind of big counterattack or expand himself, and I don't think a counterattack's going to work with 4 High Templar and additional cannons making at the front, so we could just see this swing right back in Mazur's favor if Drone suicides into this front.
Yeah, the good thing is he does have that Overlord still that's just scouted absolutely everything so far this game, now has speed, does see everything going on at the natural. He should know that he's not really going to be able to go into here. One thing I nearly pointed out was that Drone's drone count looked incredibly low, but then as I noticed, he must have pulled every single drone over to the natural, because suddenly there was a huge amount of drones that just went back to his first and third bases. But it looks like he may actually go in with this counterattack. He's definitely setting himself up to contain at least for the time being.
Yeah, I really wonder how far along the Lurker research is. I'm sure he is getting it in his Hydra Den, and yeah, it gives him a nice double opportunity for attack, either for a contain or for a break in the back door. We do see the cannon making in the back door. Man, Drone really keeping his money low.
Mazur is really prepared for this. He must have at least some experience on this map from previously, because just building this one cannon there is such a clever move. It gives you vision over the top half of the temple, and you'll be able to see if it's going down as well. The one weird thing about the way the temples work on this with lurkers is it would appear that the splash damage actually does less damage to the temples than the main damage does, because you have to retarget with lurkers a good number of times to actually kill all the temples, whereas with tank, you just attack once and eventually they get through them all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't really know how that works. Damn, I was gonna say something else. I completely lost my train of thought now. I was too busy still admiring all that vision that Drone has, as you mentioned before. Oh yes, this cannon behind the main minerals also, I find it quite cute, you know, just to prevent the classic couple of lurkers on the high ground behind the main. As you said, definitely shows Mazur's experience here. Drone looks like he actually lost an Overlord somewhere, getting a bit supply block. He's poking around with his Hydras, not really able to do too much. I mean, I'm a bit surprised he hasn't like double expanded or, you know, this
wow,
base.
He's gonna get 2 Dragoons absolutely for free. That's a good trade for him, not even losing anything. Oh, and now he does. He's not pulling them back quick enough, and they're just being completely minced by the Zealots there.
And looks like we're breaking out. We're busting out of the base, boys. Take down that gateway. Here we go. All right, move out time for Mazur. I'm a little bit surprised the Drone is expanding towards the Purdos. It's very easy for him to get dropped here and harassed, but hey, there you go. And he is actually double expanding, as I thought he probably should, but it feels late to me. Definitely feels late. Now he's gonna have to deal with a pretty strong Protoss army coming at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going up to, well no, 8 gateways actually, because he killed that one. By the way, there is a lot of main space in your main on this map. It's quite nice.
There is, especially in the bottom position. The building, like the way you can fit your buildings in the bottom main is so much better than pretty much. It's not too bad on the right spawn as well, but the top spawn's a bit awkward to build your buildings sometimes. But we do finally see the lurkers done. Actually gets a handful of zealots though. Well, I say a handful, only actually kills 1.
Oh, big drop!
Oh,
huge drop in the main base. Drone busting out his drops. He showed this earlier at the ESL Weekly, killing a lot of the probes in the main mineral line. It looks like, oh my god, more Hydras killing the probes in the back. While the Protoss army was distracted at the front, he went in the back door, killing stuff. Oh, the storm on the probes!
Army as well.
Oh my god, engagement at the front. He actually killed like 4 of his own probes with a storm on the Hydras in the back. And Mazur actually suddenly scrambling to try and figure out what's going on. Meanwhile though, there is a shuttle going in to Drone's natural. What's in it? There's not that many drones here. Is it going to be a storm drop? It looks like it is.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, really nice storm there, killing about 8 lings, I think. 9, drones. He actually kills 9 drones there, killing an 11th drone as well as he flies away. And did he see this 4th base as well? But this was actually a really clever fourth base location for him. Knowing that he would be going for the drops, it gives him a really nice staging point to actually just load up and go straight in. And there's still not really that much defense in Mazur's main. Most of his units are actually out in the middle of the map. I'm not entirely sure why he'd do this when he knows that Drone is very likely to drop him again. But it looks like the pressure is going to make Drone turn around and head back up with his main army.
Drone is down like 40-something supply, and here we go, we're going to have an engagement, but I feel like the Protoss army should be stronger, but it looks like Mazur is on the retreat. He's actually only got 2 High Templar, but this High Templar has at least 2 storms on it. There's 1 storm, nicely dodged though, I think the Zealots... Oh my god, another good storm on those Hydras, but it looks like he's going to lose his High Templar now. He's run out of storms, but his Zealots and Dragoons might be able to take it. Looks like Drone morphing some Lurker eggs at the front, and both players going to walk away from this taking severe damage.
Yeah, Mazur lost actually most of his tech units. They're only saving 1 of the Templar and his 2 Archons, so the Archons probably scale better into the late game, but Templar are obviously incredibly important. Losing the Zealots and Dragoons, not too important. He does have about 9 gateways now, I think, actually. There's 5 gateways there, 8 gateways, so that's not too bad for him. He's going to be able to remax pretty quickly. When I say remax, I don't think he's actually got to max yet. It's been such a scrappy game. I mean, PvZ is always filled with so many engagements.
I don't see the shuttle on the map anymore. It appears to have died somehow, but I don't actually see what happened. So, no idea where that went, if it was just sniped off or if it got another storm drop or something. And we do finally see the temples being broken down here at the back of the Protoss base. Still a pretty nice supply lead for Mazur, but Protoss is usually expected to have a supply lead in this case. And also Mazur committing a small handful of units to the defense at the back there, just in case there's any more drops coming in. So, you know, not all of his supply and army is going to be at the front here.
Oh, he's coming in from above, but he needs to be careful. He might lose those 2 Lurkers if Mazur goes over there, but he's going to have to fall back. There's only pure Hydralists against this pretty high-tech army from Mazur as well. Mazur needs to look at getting a 4th base soon, though. His main is nearly mined out.
Yeah, that is the problem here. Looks like, oh, there could be a big fight over whether Protoss can take this 9 o'clock expansion. Second probe is coming in. I think the first one got sniped. Going to go in here. There is 1 Zergling that can actually deny this a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Drone is sending out a lot of Hydra Lurks to try and defend this. It's actually mostly just Hydras. Probably could do with a few extra Lurkers in here, although you can see they can't afford it. And here we go. Here's a big engagement. Big storm.
A huge storm.
Oh, God.
And one thing to note as well, Mazur actually has 3-1 on his units with just the 1 attack for the Hydralisks. So the upgrade advantage severely in favor of the Protoss right now, and he's luring him onto the bridge. If he runs onto this bridge, there's going to be a huge storm. But it looks like, well, some of the Hydralists are a little bit confused, dancing around, but the others do manage to pull back. And Mazur's army actually finds itself trapped at the end of this bridge. Using it as bait is now going to actually be a problem for him. So he needs to be very careful. Looks like the Hydralists are going to go in, though. Is there enough for storm? There's actually enough for 3 storms there, I think, or 2 storms.
Yeah.
But, no way, not really wanting to commit.
No way Drone can actually do it. He's trying to be cute here and just micro down a couple of Hydras. Meanwhile, Mazur doing a very good job making sure no way for the Zerg army to come in the back door either. But Drone got 2 bases while this was happening, right? He got the bottom right and the top right bases.
And so he's taking the top middle now as well. He's taking that other natural, so he's in an incredible position. He's going to be able to remax insanely fast. The only thing that he's missing at the moment is a bank. So he can't really afford to lose his army just yet. He needs to get his economy going a little bit better, but this time not wanting to lose anything to storm drops. It's actually leaving us some Hydralisks at each base as well, just to defend. But we see a huge drop going down to the bottom of the map. I think that's going to go in for that 3rd base. I can't tell if there's any units in there, but there definitely is. He's going in, or is he going to fake it and go straight for the front? All the units that were defending the 3rd base are actually moving down to attack. So he's in a really bad position here. He's not going to be able to defend.
Oh man, here comes the drop. 1 Overlord actually gets picked off straight away. Probably still had some units in it, but the rest of them are going to drop all over the 3rd base. As you said, the main Protoss army is still at the 9 o'clock. It's not even moving. There was, I think, an attack. Looks like a Zealot attack down at the bottom left base, but that did almost nothing there. It gets taken down by the Hydras, and I think this Nexus at least is going to fall. All he has to do is right-click at a few units coming in to try and defend. The main Protoss army is still just camping the 9 o'clock base here. He's just going to use reinforcements. The Nexus does fall, and he's going to pick off the rest of the Hydras. So he might lose a couple of High Templars here. He's going to lose a couple of High Templars. That High Templar tried to cast the storm, but got sniped out. Nice micro here from Drone, being super cute even in these later game engagements. And Mazur is now mined out main, natural, and has no mineral-only base anymore. He only has that 9 o'clock, and now there's a lurker drop there, but interestingly, no probes have been transferred there yet.
Yeah, the other thing is, I think he's actually camping this 9 o'clock base, because when you look at his vision, you can't actually see the other side. He doesn't have an observer over there, so for all he knows, there's a huge Zerg force just waiting for it to come out. But he did send a shuttle up to the top middle base. He's got 4 zealots there, wailing down on this hatchery. And he's going to have to be careful, though. I don't even think he can realistically transfer any of his probes, either. His army is just sort of stuck in his main and his natural and his 9 o'clock base. Drone having supreme map control right now.
Wow, he's going to use the shuttle to transfer the probes because he has no map control, so he can't walk them, as you said. He's actually just going to airlift them over to his new base. Meanwhile, though, looks like we got a DT drop over at the bottom left. There's no Overlord here, so the DTs could do a lot of damage. There are Hydras, but these DTs could be amazing. There is one Overlord coming in right now.
He's focusing the hatchery.
Oh man, I think he should have just attacked the Hydras. I think he could have killed the Hydras. Nice drone drill, though, from Drone. Look at that drone drill. Beautiful.
Yeah, he just focused that hatchery entirely. The interesting thing about the Zealot attack you mentioned previously, when Drone did that massive drop, that was actually the defending units from the third base, so he sort of put himself in a bad position. There is another drop, I believe. Yeah, another shuttle goes in, another 2 Zealots, one of them actually stuck, but one does run up to the Hydralists. He's going to find himself in a very bad position, but he is on 3-2 upgrades now, against just 2 attacks, so no carapace upgrades coming up for Drone here, actually.
And the probes finally being transferred over to the 9 o'clock, but Drone now firmly in control. Look at this, even supplies, that's not what you want to see happen. And a big drop being loaded up again. Well, I say big, but I don't see, oh no, here's more Overlords. A lot of Overlords in the middle. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go for 9 o'clock? He could actually just contain the Protoss army in the 9 o'clock and send the rest of his army into the Protoss main. There is a lot of Protoss army still in the main base, though. Any kind of big drop could get cleared out. That could be what Mazur needs right now to come back, and he's done some good harassment as well, because Drone is mined out at his main and his mineral only as well. It's like just transferring some drones down. So very intense game. Looks like, oh man, he's just setting up the insane lurker contain. Look at this lurker contain.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard for him to break. There's so many Overlords here as well that it's going to be near impossible to get an observer to spot. It looks like he's going to load up some more of his army and go up to that 12 o'clock position. It looks like Drone is finally going to try and retake those 2 bases. He didn't. Oh, could we? Is that an Overlord with a drop in it? I wonder. No, he's going to pull it back. But he does see these 4 Zealots. Is he going to react in time though? It's going to take a while for his Hydras and Lurkers to waddle up there. So I think he's going to have to. Oh man, is he going to be really cool and load up this drone? No, he isn't. He's not going to go build the hatchery. Just like pick up the. Oh, there we go. He cancels. I was going to say just pick up the drone and the Overlord, and then the Zealots just stood there. We can't do anything right now.
Yeah, the Zealots actually just ran by, although one of them did go back, and actually it looks like, wait, okay, I think it's a rally point error. There is one Sunken there. I think the Sunken can deal with these 3 Zealots if the drones maybe drill a little bit, although they are 3-2-1 Zealots here. Very, very well upgraded, and it looks like he might just be going after the drones. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to shift-click a bunch of drones. Meanwhile, double drop going down at the bottom left at the same time. There are a few Hydras there, but the Observer, I think, does see them. Yes, it does. So he's going to try and find a little opening here. And here we go, the double drop. Double storm drop. He's going to storm himself, though. He's going to be careful.
That storm took off the shields of 2 of the Zealots there, but he's going to be able to clear up these Hydralists. I think he's going to be able to break down this base. There's just no defense here whatsoever.
Wow. Easy money. Taking down that hatchery for free with the double shuttle. And remember, Drone doesn't have that much money coming in. He's just got his natural right now and the top left base. And Mazur is mining from the 9 o'clock now, and he's still got a few minerals left in his mineral only. So it's actually kind of, both players are maxed, but they have relatively low income at the same time, which is a very interesting situation.
Look in between the 12 and 1 o'clock bases though. There's so many queens. Just so many queens there.
What the?
What's he gonna do with these? Is he just gonna... Is he gonna broodling all the high-tech units? Because you can certainly do that, and without feedback, there's not really any anti-air that can deal with this. There's no Corsairs anymore. There are a few Dragoons, but it's just not going to be enough. And these Archons are never going to get in range to do anything. And he's hit them in a really nice place where he knows there's not going to be an Observer. There is an observer actually over in the... Oh, there's another DT in the top right base as well, killing all of the drones. Up to 15 kills now.
Oh
and there's no reaction.
Wow, Kix, you are just seeing everything. I'm so glad you're here obsing in this game. You're on the ball. 18 kills on this Dark Templar. Gonna take down so much here. But the Queens have already parasited one of the Archons. That's super annoying too, because you want the Archon with your army as well. So Drone not only is going to be able to broodling stuff, but the Queens will be able to use Parasite to keep track of exactly where the Protoss army is. This...
And ensnare. But the trouble is, he's actually shown off a Queen. So the element of surprise is gone. That DT will have seen the Queen now. Interesting that he chose not to try and hide it. Oh, I guess he saw them when they parasited his unit anyway, so it's all good. Well, they're trying to take this bot middle base again. I'd prefer him to actually take that other main.
Sorry, Mazur just completely whiffed a storm on the lurker container. He just like shot it in between two lurkers and didn't kill anything. But he's moving out now. We're busting through. Where are the Queens? We need the Queens right now. And looks like grabs one lurker.
Oh, he just broodling like pretty much every unit defending the 9 o'clock base.
Oh,
there's only 2 Archons left there now. And so many Hydralists pumping in. He's going to lose all those lurkers at the front, but not without killing a lot of units in first. Another good storm actually goes down on 2 of the lurkers there. Even storming the Overlords, but I think he's going to lose this 9 o'clock base. And with it, I believe his chances in this game are gone.
Oh man, 9 o'clock base going down. Mazur still unable to leave his main base with his army. And all the probes are just being obliterated here. Oh man, what happened to, I think the DT that was at the top right died already, right? Okay, it's just an obs just chilling in the back. It looks like more broodlings coming in from...
broodling. Oh man, he just broodling 2 High Templars, 3 High Templars, all the storm. He needs that so badly to survive.
Wow. Oh, he's breaking out though. He's actually breaking out. Mazur's breaking out. He's down like 50 supply, but he's got 6 Archons with this army. He is breaking out
as well, so they're just gonna be so beefy right now. Oh, a huge storm on all the Hydralisks as well. He has surprisingly a large amount of minerals as well. Where he's been building so many Archons and High Templar, his mineral count has got to an insane amount, so he can actually rebuild. And this is such a strong Protoss army as well, moving across. He's going to be able to get some of these Queens as well with just the Archons and Dragoons. No reaction pulling them back.
Wait, Mazur's not going to win this game, is he? There's no way. Oh my god, Mazur, are you actually going to win this game? He's going in, the drones are evacuated, a bunch of lurkers morphing at the top left, but this hatchery is going to fall. Drone is going to be on low eco, but the army split.
Huge storm.
Oh man,
so
great
many storms on these Hydras. I think Mazur could pull this back.
Oh man, he's doing it. He's abusing the Protoss OP. Drone perhaps regretting spending so much money on all those Queens, although they did do a good job of helping him bust open the 9 o'clock. And we are lagging like crazy. The game cannot take the awesomeness that is all of these Queens. Oh my god.
Looks like drones just got enough to push back the Protoss army. There's not too many storms left. I think that's his last storm. Oh no, he does have one more. In one of the... Oh, drone needs to be careful. His bank is non-existent. He's only on 120 supply and only mining off of 2 bases again. He's got very few drones at either of them as well. I think they're pretty well saturated, but he can't really take another base. But he's about to lose this 6 o'clock base, so I don't think he's going to be able to save it. Another huge storm as well.
Oh my god, the massive storms. No storm dodging. Drone is now behind in supply. Drone went from being up 50 supply to being below Mazur in supply for the first time in a very long time. Mazur is broke. Drone is effectively broke. Who is actually going to win this game?
He picked up all his drones from that base with the Overlords, I think. He's just moved them over to his natural. I'm seeing if they're going to drop down. He's actually ferrying them up to the top right base. Saving all of his drones there. Good choice by him. Oh wow, Mazur's actually going to go take that base he's just killed as well, but the Queens do come in. They're broodlinging everything again.
Oh my god, more broodlings. A couple of Queens do fall here. Mazur can't really afford it. These broodlinging Dragoons as well, it's not the worst idea. Dragoons are pretty expensive, they're pretty good.
Oh, but is there any Storm left? There's still at least one Storm and another 3 High Templar coming in behind. He's going to find himself stuck in his own natural. And this is going to be such a bad position for him to be in when the Storms start raining down.
Oh my god, Mazur is doing it. He's busting into the Zerg natural. He's completely all in. I think he's distance mining from the Zerg's base. He's actually distance mining from the Zerg's base, but look at the Storms killing everything that Drone has. Drone is trying to use his Queens, but he's down to 80 supply. Queens are suiciding. They're flying over all of the Dragoons. The Queens are suiciding. Lurkers coming in from the back. They were protecting the fresh expansion of Drone, but look at how many Dragoons are here. Look at all the Dragoons.
And there's also Observers as well.
Oh my god.
I think Mazur's done it.
How the heck did Mazur win this game with the mass drops, with the perseverance here? Drone, I think, you know,
oh, man.
He tried. I was gonna say he needed to expand more, but he tried and kept getting harassed down, right?
Yep, and look at the top base. Look how many drones are there right now. He did, in fact, save all of his drones and move them up there. But it's just not going to save him. He has no tech anymore. He doesn't have the 12 o'clock base. He's mining off of one base. He's trying to re-add the Hydralisk den in the top middle base, but he doesn't even have a bank. So he can't really rebuild his army. And he's going to lose his hive.
Main base is gone. Looks like a few Hydras have found the distance mining probes. They're all just going to kind of panic and just chill out for a bit. So Drone is actually stopping the distance mining that Mazur is doing, but he has nothing to deal with this army. Now maybe he can set up some kind of Sunken Lurker Spore defense at this last remaining base and just outweight Mazur by just broodlinging every now and then, I guess, maybe?
It is such a long walk path to go from the main base to that top right base as well, so he does have enough time to set up a defense. And Mazur isn't realistically going to be able to be re-max here. I think he lost the majority of his probes trying to distance mine. And he does, in fact, actually come back and clean up these Hydralisks. But he's barely mining. There's about 20 probes on his nat gas, so they're going to move over and start distance mining again. And now the creep has finally been cleared up, he can actually add a Nexus there. I mean, he doesn't have enough money for a Nexus either, funnily enough.
Oh man, and it looks like, well, he's got to wait for 40 more minerals. He's not even building anything. There's nothing he can cancel. So, yeah, looks like now Mazur is moving in. His army, is his army split? He's left all of his Dragoons at the bottom and is moving in with just the Archons and Zealots. I think this is actually a mistake, and there is a Lurker defense here. I think there's an admin situation that requires your attention or something. I think Awakas is having problems finding his opponent, and somebody else just messaged me too, Kix. I don't know if it says anywhere that you're the admin.
Yeah, it should say that, because I say in the rules like message me, but maybe they don't know I stopped the tournament. Either way, if Iwekas is watching either stream, as I said before, man, if you can't find your opponent and you've waited a long time, just give yourself the walkover, because you actually got a walkover in round 1 as well. So
I see. Alright, man, these units have so many kills each. Just being so efficient. This is like, you know, the A-team, the Protoss A-team here, just trying to win the game. The Nexus is constructed.
He's on 331 upgrades, but he's slowly losing units to Queen Parasite, not Parasite, to Broodling. And there's a Parasite on pretty much every one of the Archons, so if you look at the drone's vision, he can see the army movement, so he knows where he needs to defend.
Wait,
and Drone, look at where Drone is taking his another base. It's the mineral only, and also the top middle, but who is, like, no one will ever go and check that mineral only. There's no reason to.
It's a Hydra drop at the new base.
Oh, but there's actually units defending, so these Hydralisks need to get out. He needs to get back in the Overlord and run away. Oh, a storm! He stormed his own zealots!
Oh my god, and he sent the Dragoons. He forced a cancel on this base. He's got to be careful. Man, I can't believe he can just run around with 5 Dragoons and not get punished, because Drone doesn't have enough units. There's a big Umboro though. Drone wants to fight. He wants to go. Where is he going?
He's going to the south. I think he's going to try... apparently... So, okay, is Iweca's... I really hope Iweca's opponent isn't GMC.
That would be pretty funny. Alright, hold on. Wait, we got a big storm?
Oh, storm.
Where's the obs, though? Wait, where's
He doesn't have an obs here.
Oh my god,
there's so many around the map, but there's no obs right here, and he's moving into the base of the bottom.
This base might die! Okay. Oh, there's an obs! But he has no units! He has no units, he does a big storm! Does he have enough to actually kill this? Oh my god, oh, he's got a second storm and Drone loses his whole army for nothing. Oh my god. He actually loads up to run away, but he's gonna lose the Overlord.
Yeah, there is that one lurker though, kind of trapping the units in there.
Wait.
Oh, is that not gonna get away or is that gonna die as well? I can't believe these Protoss units are on 331 upgrades. I think one of the biggest stories in this game is Drone was just a little bit too lax with his upgrades. It looks like the Dragoon did actually find that top left base. So he's gonna he's gonna send an Archon up there. That Archon has proved its weight in gold. It's on 15 kills. He knows where it is as well. He's got it parasited. But he just can't defend.
He's using his parasited units to go and scout. The Dragoon was also parasited. He doesn't want to keep the parasited units with his main army, so he's just sending them on suicide missions. And oh no! The Hydras were in the Overlord, and the Overlord got killed by the Archon. What is this madness?
Oh, another Queen moves in at the bottom. He's trying to broodling as many units as he can. There's only 3 units in the immediate vicinity, losing all of his Dragoons right now. These Queens are worth their weight in gold.
The broodlings are actually living! I can't believe it!
Oh my god, the broodlings are killing probes as well.
What is this game?
He's hit so... Oh my god, he needs to pull the Queens back though.
Ensnared! Oh, because the Hydras are coming down, that's why he ensnared. Because his Hydras are coming down. Is there High Templar energy? There's 2 storms on the set. High Templar, he needs to dodge. He snipes it. He snipes the High Templar. Is he gonna fight these traps? Oh my god, Kix. What is happening? Kix.
Oh my god, a lurker there as well. The Archon goes down. There's only one Archon left in his...
He's gonna feed back Queens with this Dark Archon, but he needs it to not die. He's got a Dark Archon to feed back the Queens so they don't have energy anymore.
Oh man, my god. He's gonna have to get past 2 lurkers to get there though.
And the Observer sees the top left.
Yeah, the observers there. The Archon does actually kill that top left base as well. It's now on 20 kills up there, parasited. The crazy thing is here though, Mazur's army is stuck in his 6 o'clock base.
There's a DT here, the DT's killing everything. He feedbacks! He used feedback on both of the Queens, Kicks! He used feedback on both of the Queens, they have no energy, he could not! Broodling, and there was no detection, so the DTs killed all of the Hydras. The only problem is the Observer is on the bottom.
Has he got units in there? He's got a lurker, but there's a cannon there. Oh no, the lurker's just gonna die immediately.
Oh.
But he does get a large amount of probes there, I think, but luckily enough, Mazur actually pulled away most of them. Somehow Drone is still sending more units down. Oh, and he's got his Overlord there now as well, so he can deal with the DTs, but there's just so many units.
Overlord!
Are the Queens still here? Yeah, the Queens are still in the same place.
Drone mined out the top left. Now he's got to migrate all his drones to the other new expansion. He's just like a nomadic Zerg here, finding minerals where he can.
The crazy thing is though, I almost feel like if Drone had just left all his lurkers outside of the base and didn't actually push in even, he could have set up a new lurker contain and we would have gone back 20 minutes in the game. And he's sending all his Hydras. All he needs to do is trap the units of Protoss in the bottom right base there in the 5 o'clock position. And then Mazur's going to have a hard time. He's sending 2 Zealots though. 2 Zealots are moving up on the left. I don't know if Drone's sniffed this out, but he's sending all of his units back now. And here comes the Archon. The Archon on 20 kills. All those drones are going to be so badly stacked.
No!
Oh my god, this could be so bad.
Oh wait, he's fighting the Hydras though.
Okay, that Hero Archon does go down after getting 24 kills.
Oh my god.
The game is somewhat stabilized again. The supplies have been so close this entire time.
Stabilized. Oh my, I can't believe that word is being applied to this game.
There's just so many Hydralisks. he can't afford lurkers. But if he could just get some lurkers and snipe the observer, he'd be in such a good position. Looks like a few of the queens got feedback. Oh, no, they didn't.
Wait, there's no High Templar left here. He can actually break this with Hydras. There's no High Templars here.
It's there. Its snare went down again as well. So, oh, he's going to Broodling the last remaining units. I think this could be the death blow.
Oh my god.
Sorry, from Mazur even.
Mazur is losing his last base. Drone's gonna do it. He's breaking through. There was no High Templar left. The Dark Archon is down. The probes are all dying. Where's the army? There's the army. He's countering.
An army just behind. Yeah, he's going to try and counter. There's no defense up here, but he's not going to be able to deal with this many Hydras. For some reason, okay, Drone is going to leave some Hydras to clear out the probes. I thought he was going to leave the base alive. I was going to say that would be absolutely insane. Looks like some of these drones are going to see these units moving up. The Archon and the Zealots actually turn away. There is a Zealot in the mineral line of Drone at the moment.
Oh my god, the drones do nothing though because the Zealots have 4 armor right now. He's going after the hatchery. Some of his units are going after the hatchery. Some are going after the dude. Where's the Broodling at? Broodling on the High Templar, absolutely critical. No Storm left to deal with anything. He's actually morphing his last High Templar into a Lurker. He's ensnared the units so they can't chase down the drones, but there's only 2 drones left. We're at almost just less than 50 supply now from the players.
There's no Observer up here, and there's a Lurker. The Lurker isn't going to get a burrow though, I don't think. I think this is the end for Mazur.
They can't run from the Hydras because they're ensnared, but they killed the Lurker.
Oh, and Drone actually picked up his... one thing I've noticed is Drone has kept an Overlord by each of his mineral lines. It doesn't just help him with detection. He actually picks up his drones in the Overlord so they don't die to Zealots.
Yep.
That is so clever.
Oh man, but he's got more DTs and Zealots running in here now. He could potentially snipe the hatchery. He's gonna sandwich the Hydras. It's the Protoss sandwich, but there's the ensnare. Look at the ensnare. He can micro so well against the ensnared melee units of the Protoss. Drone is a genius, but again, as you said before, he's way behind on the upgrade, so the Protoss army's actually doing a good job. Mazur is killing so many Hydras. He might win the engagement. Mazur's winning the engagement because
another ensnare, but ensnare's not even helping him because the Zealots are just so fast anyway, and they're so beefy. And this Archon again taking so many hits. Another ensnare goes down. There's still a DT. Look how slow it's running.
And the last DT is gonna fall. Mazur's at 14 supply. Mazur's gonna be at 12 supply. He's at 12 supply. GG.
He was even trying to distance mine from the 9 o'clock again at the end, but he just didn't have any probes left. Such an amazing game from both sides. Queens showing their weight in gold, and Archons and upgrades showing how powerful they make this, the Protoss army. Man, that was crazy.
What an absolutely insane game that was. And wait, that means we're 1-1.
Game 3. Yeah, game 3 now. We're going into game 3.
Oh my god, guys, I told you, Drone versus Mazur would give us good games. These guys are absolutely nuts. I can't believe Drone almost threw the game there by just going Mass Queen. Yeah, let's see if they want to play a long gamer again, or if one or the other decides to bust out the cheese. On the left-hand side, as the yellow Protoss, we do have Mazur.
And on the right-hand side, in the 3 o'clock position, we do have the drone. No, the Zerg drone. The drone Zerg. There we go.
Oh man, nice job, Kix. Nice job. It's all right. I can forgive you after that last game. You're a little bit befuddled by all the queens.
Yeah, the queens. I mean, we are English. I wasn't sure what to do. So many queens.
Oh man.
All I know is after that game, Drone was certainly singing "God Save Our Gracious Queens." That was.
Drone is British confirmed. Oh man, Heartbreak Ridge, dude. Wait, please tell me that pylon's not too close. I don't think it is. That's a very scary pylon. I think it's okay.
That could be very close, but I think it should be okay. I think just on the top left of that, it should be alright. At least I hope so. I mean, that'd be a horrible way to lose after that that last game.
I think in the worst case scenario, he could just build it too high from the gas, but still close enough to the minerals, maybe? But I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We see an overpull again from Drone, playing perfectly standard. Let's see
Whoa.
what Mazur's going to go for. He says... Oh,
Uh-oh. No! Not like this! Mazur, not like this!
it's me. I think he's confused. Oh no. I mean, he did have a red bar to both of us before. Maybe... It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe this is some weird lag switch. He's turned on his torrents after that last game.
Not like this! Quick! Go kill the roommate! Turn off the torrents! The Slorm asks, who is Santi5? Santi's like a high-level Zerg player. He's been playing around. He's been playing a lot of stuff. I don't think he's any Smurf or anything.
He's been in every one of my Clash for Chars, I think, so far. So I gotta make sure that I've not got anything running. I closed Steam before, so I think we're okay.
I mean, I saw Mazur too, and Drone saw Mazur, so I'm pretty sure it was him. Yeah, it looks like it's fixed now.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, turned off his torrents, I guess.
He had Steam open, had a game update.
We see Mazur is actually blocking that hatchery now, so pretty cool move by him. Oh, the high latency comes in. How well is he going to be able to block the hatchery though? Oh, he's even using the pylon there. It looks like Drone is not going to bother with it, just going to go straight up to the top right base. Could hurt him depending on what build Mazur actually goes for. He is going gateway first, so it's going to be very easy to harass that extra hatchery.
Wait, he's mining out the back. Oh my god, Drone's gonna cheese him. He's mining out the back. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god, Drone's gonna cheese him.
If he sniffs this out though, he should be able to defend this really easily by just parking zealots on his ramp. Oh, we do see that pylon does get cancelled and the probe goes down. He does see the fallings though. What is he going to take from this? Is he going to believe there's going to be something crazy? Sending the zealot across the map now, trying to get a little bit of scouting information go. There is no cannon either. So I mean, as a matter of fact, there's no forge. These lings could actually just run past this one zealot and do a load of damage. Maybe he doesn't even need to mine out the back. Oh, is he going to get that wall up? Another probe is going out to scout. This could change absolutely everything with how he's going to defend.
He's hiding behind the tree. Shh, don't say anything. Don't make a noise. He's hiding behind the tree. He can't see us. All right.
Oh,
he
just saw them. He just saw them at the back end of his vision as his probe went up the hill.
Oh god, the slag though.
Get in. Yeah.
The slideshow StarCraft, please. Not like this. Oh my god, the last game was so good. What happened?
Now we're gonna see if this Nexus is actually blocked as well. No, it doesn't look like it is. That looks normal placement, I think.
Perfect.
Oh, fuck. We have a fuck. Oh, he's talking about the lag.
It's okay, Drone's gonna kill you soon. He's got lings in the back. Look at this, he's got more lings coming in the back. Oh no, rip Mazur. He's not gonna, but he does have 3 zealots though. 3 zealots is pretty good. I mean, if this was a Forge Fast Expand, he would be insta-dead to this. But because he actually has 3 zealots, he might not be. And his probe sees more Zerglings. Mazur knows something is going on. His scouting probe sees Zerglings. So you can see he's making a tight wall here. The problem is, the back door is
the wrong
open.
place.
Drone is actually going to reveal the back door with only 4 lings, you can see. And is this going to bait all the Zerglings back?
Oh, he's actually pulled all his probes to the front of the base as well. But that's not the place he needed to be. Well,
Nice
those
control.
probes doing a really good job though. Decent bit of control. I didn't think he lost a single probe there. 2 of the probes on red health. Do manage to survive. Oh, and the Lings have got a perfect surround on the Zealots.
Oh,
Can
man.
he hold?
Another Zealot does pop out, though. It's going to be incredibly close. This probe should probably start attacking. Okay, more probes are coming down. He might want to build a cannon now as well, and it looks like Mazur is going to hold. Really needs this cannon to start. Looks like he doesn't quite have 150 minerals. He's lost a lot of mining time. 1 Zergling, 2 Zerglings still in the main base. Still has not been able to start the cannon, and more Zerglings are coming down here.
He's finally built a cannon, but it's in a bit of an iffy place. I guess it does cover the ramp as well. Interestingly, Drone is completely opting to avoid that backdoor entrance now, knowing he doesn't even need to use it. There's not many zealots here, but there is enough to push back the remaining lings. And Drone is still very low on drones.
He's only got 9 drones. I think Mazur is in a fantastic position as long as he doesn't die to this follow-up.
And here comes the backdoor shenanigans. Can he build a... Oh, he's sending a probe up there! That probe is the most important moment in this game, I think. With this probe, he knows he can build a pylon to block that area, or at least block the ramp. There's just so many lings coming from 2 angles, though. How is he going to be able to handle this?
He's countering! Wait, what? He's counter-attacking with all of his zealots. He's gonna defend with only probes, counter-attack with only zealots. I think this is a huge mistake. I think Mazur just lost himself the game. I think Mazur might have just lost himself the game because the lings are gonna come in the other side as well.
Yeah,
at some point.
Oh no. Oh, I thought he was going to turn the zealots back. He can't turn back now, it's too late. This is a relatively all-in counter from him. He's going to go and try and kill the probes, but there's no probes from... Oh, sorry, drones, but there's no drones for him to actually kill. The 2 cannons are doing work.
Wait,
One
what?
of them does survive.
Wow, this was not the greatest control here from Drone. I cannot believe Mazur didn't die to this.
Neither can I. That was an exceptional use of the cannon as well. Oh, he's even going to lose this Overlord. But look, these zealots, they're waddling into the natural now, and there's only 2 drones for him to kill. Is he just going to go straight in the main?
Wow, I think if Mazur puts a probe on the ramp to give himself vision, he can actually kill that Overlord. But now there's 4 zealots going into Drone's main, and now he's in a really awkward position. Fortunately for him, one of the zealots is already at 1 HP, but look at this. Good micro from Mazur. And what a peculiar 3rd game you're witnessing after that epic game 2 here between these players. Game 1 was actually pretty sweet too. So, yeah, this is very, very strange. Looks like Mazur is going to camp behind the mineral patches here. It looks like one zealot might be able to come in here, kill a couple of drones. No, he's just going to stand behind the minerals, be as annoying as possible. One more zealot walking into the 3rd base. Drone did actually add some more drones though, so he is catching up on the economy.
Oh, zealot's going into the top base. The drones are actually inactive. He's trying to control his lings too much. And it looks like this zealot at the top is going to kill all the lings, but does manage to get away with 28 health. And he's going to be able to start harassing the drones there.
Yeah, but you can see he knows he can't really actually fight into the drones because he'll just get drilled like this. So, yeah, nice little drill.
This game, given all the crazy damage that has happened already, I would still give Mazur the edge, but I think it's fairly even for the most part. Drone hasn't really lost too much other than Zerglings. So as long as he can drone up now, he may be in a decent position to take it into the mid game.
This game is actually crazy. It looks like the lag has also kind of gone away as well, so I'm happy about this. But I mean, Drone hasn't even started mining gas yet, and the Protoss' cybernetic score is almost finished. So Drone is super far behind on the tech, but I mean, he does seem to play like the 4-hatch before lair style quite often, so maybe he doesn't care that much as long as he can start mining a bit of gas and get that hydrogen down. Looks like he is also going to get double extractors here at his main and his natural at the same time, just to account for the lack of gas.
A zealot just died in the top right corner. It was actually sat just underneath the minerals. Only 1 ling could attack at a time, and he killed so many lings there just through Drone not being able to really pull back, and it's such an awkward angle to go into. Another zealot has actually made it into the main. Is he going to be able to do any damage? The least thing he'll do is we'll get a full scout once again, and Mazur always with perfect info so far.
Looks like Mazur is not quite going to get any kills with the zealot. Wow, fantastic drone drill. Look at that stack by Airy. That was insane. Oh man, really, really nice stuff. Interestingly, oh no, the Overlord at the main died. It stayed in range of the cannon. Airy was not paying attention there. I'm surprised Mazur hasn't built a pylon behind his base just to check for more backdoors.
Yeah, especially because I think you can build a pylon there and actually semi-wall that off as well, especially against Hydralisk. I know you'd probably lose it, but it would give you a little bit of extra buffer time. One thing Drone could do later in the game, if he chooses to, is looks like he's going to go do that now. He's sending a probe down there, and he's actually built the pylon on the top of his minerals just to make sure the Drone doesn't go for any lurker shenanigans later on.
Drone has picked the most random hatchery to morph into his lair. None of the actual mining hatcheries are his lair. He used one of his macro hatches to turn into a lair. For some reason that just really bothers me.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd, but maybe he's got like some grand plan behind it. And the Corsair's out. There's absolutely no anti-air at the moment whatsoever. The lair isn't finished. There is like a few Hydralisks on the map, but nothing to defend his Overlord in the top right. Actually adding a creep colony for a Spore, but he's going to lose both of these Overlords incredibly slowly if he's not careful.
Yeah, and I think Mazur is getting +1 for his Corsairs as well, so gonna have a pretty scary Corsair fleet coming out against Drone, while also macroing up his Grand Army. Looks like the Hydras are gonna push the Corsair away from that second Overlord at least, but he sees the lair now, he sees the Overlords are still just slowly meandering. He's gonna get one Overlord in the main base, I think, before having to run away due to the Hydralisks. Looks like, is he gonna lose one Corsair? Oh, looks like doesn't quite commit to finishing the Overlord. Doesn't want to lose that Corsair.
Yeah, meanwhile back in his base, he's gone up to 4 gateways. He has his Sub-Exo getting the +1 as you mentioned before, and has got his Templar attack ready. Does he have Storm yet? He doesn't actually have it. Oh, he does have 2 High Templars. They have nearly enough energy for Storm. There's no crazy Hydra Bus coming at the moment, but there is Lings going around the back. Although they have run away from these Corsairs, so maybe he's trying to hide this a little bit better.
And +1 does finish for the Corsairs. I don't know if Drone actually clicked the Corsairs there before his Overlord died to actually see that +1. But either way, he's moving all his Overlords around with the Hydra. He's got to be very careful. He's got to wait for that Overlord speed to finish before he can do anything, really. Looks like Spire finally on the way now as well. But by the time the Spire finishes, I think there'll be enough Corsairs that Scourge won't really be able to touch them. It's more going to be about the positioning, making sure to keep the Overlords with the Hydralisks and that sort of thing. But a lot of +1 speed lots are on the field for Mazur. This is a very scary early Protoss force here. And looks like he's going to start taking the bottom left base as well.
Yeah, and there's absolutely no upgrades at the moment coming up for, well, at least no upgrades on the field. He does have the 2 evolution chambers. I can only imagine he's going for 2 upgrades, unless he's just using it purely for SimCity. I mean, there is a big Zerg force, but there's just so many Zealots, and they're going to loop around each other as well, so he needs to be careful.
Oh, looks like he's going to deny this base, but he might get caught. Here we go. Hydra's moving in. Is he going to force the cancel? Is he just going to fight? Here we go. He's going for the fight. Hydraling against a lot of Zealots. Where's the Storm? Looks like the Storm is not there yet. He's running away. He has forced the cancel. He could, remember, he could walk into the main. He could walk to the natural. He's just walking around the back door. He's just leading these Protoss army on a wild goose chase into the back.
He does have a cannon up there, but it's not going to last too long. I wouldn't imagine, but you could actually get a lot of probes here. There is a 2 DTs though coming up. They're actually going to block off the ramp, so the Hydras aren't going to be able to get down.
Oh man, I just want the Benny Hill theme song to play right now with these Hydras running around like, ah, DT, run the other way.
Oh, there's a High Templar there for Storm as well. Storm's in a nice place, but these Hydras, kind of unsure what they're going to do. They can't really go anywhere now. Can he target down some more probes with... Oh, wait, can he get into the main base now?
He's going into the main! He's going into the main! We're doing it, boys! We're doing it! It's Mission Impossible! We're doing it! We're going into the mineral line!
Oh, man. How many probes is he going to be able to get? He's got 1 so far, 2. 3 probes.
Oh my god, look at all the mining time he's causing to be lost. Holy moly, this is actually amazing.
He killed 7 probes throughout all that. I mean, I wouldn't really call it the best trade in the world, but he does at least make his Hydralisks worthwhile before they die randomly to the Protoss forces. But there's just so many units still out on the middle of the map for Mazur, and Drone, meanwhile, has his own army, but once again, they're sort of coming in from all different angles, but this could be a really good surround. Can he get that High Templar? That High Templar has full energy. Can he snipe it? There's a Hydralisk right there.
Oh my god, it's a completely split engagement. A lot of Zealots engaging on the top side, units engaging on the bottom side, even fully zoomed out. I can't catch all the action here. This High Templar has no more energy. He's going to get picked off. And look at this, the Protoss army moving straight up the middle while the Zerg army was going around the side, around the spokes. Okay Storm there. Oh man, storming some of his own units as well. Looks like the Corsairs are going to get a lot of the Overlords. Mazur with a 40 supply lead right now is really putting the pressure on the Zerg player.
Yeah, looks like Drone is actually going to try and take this top middle mineral only base, kind of an interesting base to try and take, given the fact the Zealots and the Dragoons have been quite active so far. Maybe would have liked to see the bottom right base, but I guess it is a little bit hard to take. You can wall it off, but there's just still so many Hydralisks in the middle of the map.
Oh man, we're gonna have another engagement here. He's gonna hit him with from the flank with some Hydras, but
big
Drone's
storm
not
at the
paying
top.
attention.
He nearly killed his own DT though with that storm.
Oh man,
Oh my
really?
god, this poor undefended High Templar.
High Templar, Simo! Oh my god, only one Templar survives. It has no energy. The Zealot's now coming back, but huge mistake there from Mazur, allowing those High Templars to be sniped. Yeah, he's gonna get the Hydras now. But at what cost? That was really, really bad. Meanwhile, the fourth base is finished for Drone.
It looks like he might be trying to go for an elevator into the main. Maybe not. There are a lot of Overlords waiting there with the 4 Hydralisks.
You are right, Kix. I'm pretty sure you're right. And we have seen Drone use drops very effectively through the whole, throughout today, really. Both in this tournament so far and...
Oh, and he's got lots of lurkers, but the Protoss army's moving straight up here. Although now he's turning away.
He has no
It's
idea.
almost like he knows something's going on, but then he just turns away at the last second. It's happened so many times throughout this game.
Wow, but look at this. Mazur's building gateways out into the middle of the map. And this is really smart because, you know, if you've played Heartbreak Ridge enough, you know getting dropped into your main, like recalled in your main, dropped in your main is so annoying to deal with, to come back and deal with it. So actually building macro buildings out into the map is actually not a terrible idea. A few Hydras distracting in the middle of the map. Is the drop going in yet? Not quite. Now it's going in.
It is now, yeah. And he may be able to get a lot of the tech buildings here, but there's such a huge army in the middle of the map, he needs to be careful. He only has one Sunken actually defending, that he could actually lose to the counter here, given the fact most of his army is actually in these Overlords right now. And he did take a long time to unload there.
Is he going for the counter?
How is Mazur gonna react?
Mazur's army is stuck. Mazur's army is not reacting. He's just AFK in the middle of the map. He's too busy trying to defend. A double lurker egg kind of block. I don't actually know if that blocks. It looks like it does because the goon's not coming back. And look at this. He's just tearing apart the main base right now. It looks like the eggs are just causing a distraction. He is going for the counter now, but he's attack moved to the wrong place on the map. He just ran his head into a cliff. He's headbutting a cliff right now instead of attacking the hatchery. All the drones have been evacuated. The main base is in complete shambles. Nexus gone, Robo gone, gonna lose a whole bunch of pylons, get supply blocked.
And the scary thing is, with that Robo going down, he's not going to be able to get an observatory, and he's not going to be able to deal with the lurkers.
Oh my god, you're right. He's rebuilding the Robo at his third base, but he's going to lose a lot of production here. He's even going to lose his cybernetics core. Not going to be able to build Dragoons either. And this army is just tearing apart his main. He's got a few units from the rally. He's got 3 gateways rallied.
He does have the 6 o'clock position as well, so he is still going to be mining. He's losing all of his tech buildings, so the cybernetics core has just gone down. The Citadel looks like it's going to go down as well. And there's just lurkers absolutely everywhere in his main. A huge fight at the top of the map as well as he tries to go into this 2 o'clock base. But it's going to be hard. There's only actually one Sunken there. Drone skimping on defense, but there's lurkers up here and he has nothing to do with the lurkers whatsoever.
That storm on the Hydras though. One more storm coming in. One more storm coming in hot. And but there's a lot of lurkers. 6 lurkers out of nowhere are just spiking down everything, and there's no observer with his army. As you said, Kix, the lurkers are the key here. Mazur's army is in shambles. His main base is not here anymore. This is not the Protoss main. This is just a free expo on the map. Mazur is in such an awkward position.
Okay, is he going to be able to snipe the High Templars? He gets one of the High Templars in the main as well. Finally cleared up all the units. Somehow the lurkers must have suicided.
Lurkers on the natural,
Kix. Not here anymore.
Lurkers at the natural.
Oh no. Oh no. This is so bad for Mazur.
Wow. Nice move.
That's 11 kills from those 2 lurkers on probes.
And at the third as well, he suicided lurkers in here. Not sure that was worth it though.
I'm actually surprised they even got to the mineral line, given the fact there's so many cannons.
Yep. What a game. Oh my god. Can we just now have a tournament that's just Mazur versus Liquid Drone playing like 30 games against each other?
Yeah, their PvZs and ZvPs are absolutely insane against each other, and it looks like there's a big attack going in. I wonder if Lurkers can hit that from the low ground, but it doesn't look like he's going to try. He's going to move up. The army getting a little bit confused, splitting up, maybe even using these. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. Oh, but a huge storm on 3 Lurkers.
Oh man,
Oh,
and
he's
the right
got
side
the over there
Hydras.
as well.
The right side Hydras are a little bit AFK. The Lurkers might be able to intercept the probes, though. The Lurkers are gonna kind of intercept the probes. They don't quite get the right spines, and it looks like Mazur is gonna lose his mineral-only base. Liquid Drone is taking control of the game. Mazur down to just mining at the bottom left. But remember, Drone lost his mineral only as well and suffered quite a bit of damage. He's also mined out at his main base. So Drone's economy is not the greatest either. The supply is still in favor of Mazur, just barely.
Oh, he just lost another High Templar. This is a very bad thing for him to lose at this time. Drone actually opting to try and get the top left base. There is finally some observers, so these lurkers aren't going to be as crazy. Weirdly enough, there is actually an Overlord hidden on the temples, but I can't even see the Overlord. It just went down.
There's a lurker there as well.
The minimap is in the way. Yeah, the lurker's there now, but the Overlord was just completely blocked by the minimap on my screen.
Yeah, same. Holy
It looks
moly,
like there's a bunch of Overlords just hanging around in the middle, but we do see... Is he going to go for another drop into the main? It looks like he's possibly just going in for the kill move. Supplies are still extremely similar. It looks like there's 2 probes transferring back to the natural, but there's in fact 9. 8 probes are stacked on top of each other. That's kind of crazy.
Huh. That is pretty cool. Meanwhile, it looks like Mazur is taking the bottom right base, but Drone sees it, and remember, he has drop tech, but ooh, a big storm in the middle of the map, though, grabs a pretty good number of Hydras, but a few Dragoons are being taken down, and a lot of Hydras coming down the middle of the map. Where are they going? The Protoss army's on the wrong side. The Protoss army's on the right side, and once again, could end up in a weird base trade situation. No, the Protoss army's gonna get trapped.
The Protoss army is gonna get completely trapped. Yeah, there's Hydras coming in from both angles. Oh, another big storm goes down, but he just doesn't have enough storms left. It's just Dragoons against pure Hydra.
Oh man, Mazur is getting taken out here. The sandwich of the Protoss army. Mazur somehow still keeping up in supply with the Zerg. I don't know how he's doing it, but there are some Hydras at the bottom right. Gonna force a cancel on that Nexus. The top left base has been taken by the Zerg, and there's no storms left. There's only cannons to help defend this well, not really last base from Mazur because he's mining from his natural again, but GG from Mazur.